Hello everyone, welcome to my first current events video, otherwise my first video on history unfolding in visible sight. Given the unrest occurring in Russia and Ukraine, I decided to create this update to explain what is currently happening and what could happen in the near future. Enjoy. First, some background. Russia and Ukraine have had a long history with many similarities. I should know as I made a history video on both countries. However, they have only been modern nations for just over 2 decades. With the collapse of the Soviet Union on Christmas of 1991, 15 new nations were added to the map. This included the nation of Ukraine and the Russian Federation. Within the latter, a former KGB spy turned politician named Vladimir Putin was quickly rising the ranks. Under the presidency of Boris Yeltsin, Putin became the Prime Minister of Russia on August 9, 1999. However, Yeltsin soon resigned, allowing Putin to become President of Russia, a position which he has had almost non-stop since. Now that such a domineering figure was at the top of Russia, Putin began developing a political agenda. Vladimir Putin, a staunch nationalist, holds Russian nationalist values to be the motive of just about everything he does. This culminated in him commenting on his opinion of the fall of the Soviet Union, stating, quote, "The demise of the Soviet Union was the greatest geopolitical catastrophe of the century." Totally ignoring the Holocaust. Fast forward to July 12th of 2021, Putin released an article shortly after a summit with Biden in Geneva entitled, quote, "On the Historic Unity of Russian and Ukrainians," end quote. In this article, he proclaimed that the two people were indistinguishable and that Ukraine's sovereignty was essentially uncalled for. This really caught the attention of the press. Skip forward to the present, where tension has begun building. Last week, on January 26, 2022, Putin sent a list of demands to the US and NATO allies. It said, no more members can be admitted to NATO. Ukraine cannot join NATO. No more NATO troops in Ukraine or any former Soviet/Eastern European nation, and nothing else. This was striking for the US and NATO, who obviously refused Putin's demands. With this, Putin or some other executive, we don't know who did it at the moment, ordered over 100,000 troops to the Russian-Ukrainian border. These troops are already preparing for war. As a response, the US has sent in about 1,000 troops, and currently we're looking at a possible 3,000 more coming in to join the Ukrainian armed forces. This is the closest we have been to a major war since the 1960s, which brings up a big question. Is war inevitable? The delicate position of the Western and Russian political scene at the moment is at a standstill. If one side were to act wrongly, it could be war or an invasion between two nuclear nations, which could have catastrophic results. Ever since the unrecognized annexation of Crimea, Putin's invasion of Ukraine has been appearing less impossible than previously thought each day. Thousands would die, and it could be a nuclear war. Biden has even been quoted as believing that Putin will invade. If war begins, I'll make a follow-up. Nonetheless, we need to keep staying vigilant and keep on watching. Who knows what could happen? And with that was my analysis of the current situation regarding Russia and Ukraine. I hope this was informative to the situation and would be curious if I should do more current event videos. My next video will be a return to normal. It will be a biography on Abraham Lincoln. It will come out on February 12th. Thanks for watching.